You came to the sport late. It's interesting to know that even though you were around bowling, you didn't feel the need, but you obviously must have learned something from that. Did you find it easy to actually take up the sport and to progress through the levels that you've got? I mean, you're in the national team now. Yeah, so it obviously took a while to get there, but maybe not as long as some people that have been bowling for 15 or 16 years. So you have some natural ability, yes?
Well, a little bit, I guess. I guess mainly I work very hard. I mean, behind it. It's easy to pick up bowling, really easy. I mean, as you see a lot of people, I mean, when they first learn to bowl, it's easy that you teach them the footwork, the classic style, maybe 4 steps with a swing. It's not difficult to pick it up. But then I find it more interesting behind it is you are actually bowling against yourself. It's like a self-challenge, which, I mean, to me is like, I'm kind of looking for that kind of, challenges. I mean, how you can conquer the lanes and then you can shoot high. I mean, even though you're competing within the ladies group, or even though sometimes like now in Bahrain that we are competing together with the men, it's also a kind of challenge. It's not that you really have an opponent that you have to beat them, it's whether you can beat yourself, how you knock down the 10 pins. This is what we are doing. I mean, as many times as you can to lock down the 10 pins, more strikes, you score higher. I mean, it's something that you're looking into it is like, okay, I got to do this and that so I can make it strike, and then if I have a string of strikes, I score higher. So it's not easy because the lane condition is every time it comes to a bowling center, even though they put the same pattern on the same lane, it's different when you bowl there. I mean, you can feel it. I mean, it's like the temperature, the humidity, and how many people inside the bowling center also affect it. So it's kind of challenging,
I can see that you regard it as a mental sport. At your level, how much would you say it was the mental game and not just the physical game?
Well, to me, I think at least 70% is like a mental game. I mean, no matter how good you are in the physical game or the techniques that you have, if you cannot control, I mean, the mental game is like you can control it. I mean, if you get too excited, you have to lower yourself down. If you are not excited enough, you have to raise it up. I mean, the way to do it, to keep you in that level, I mean, that range, to perform is not easy. So it's so important that the mental game is like when you play golf. It's the same thing. Even though no matter how good you are, you still need to have the mental game to keep you in that range that you can perform well.
Okay, that's fantastic. So, back to Bahrain, hopefully next year. Is there anything you'd change about the tournament format? Is there anything you would think they should do to improve the format? Or leave it as it is?
I think the format here is kind of, fair, because the ladies are bowling against the men, we're bowling together, and we also have the handicap, which is good. But then I would say if they can have like a separate division for ladies, like Kuwait did earlier in the tournament, it's like you compete together, but then at the end you also have like for the ladies, like a step ladder format. I mean, that would be something different.
Okay, right, okay. There's not that many ladies bowling on this particular event, and that might be a factor, I don't know. Perhaps if they change the format, it would attract more lady bowlers.
Yeah, I'm sure it is, because as my understanding is, in the Middle East, there are not many ladies bowlers. That's why most of the time when you go to the tournaments here, it's like they don't have any ladies division. I mean, even here you have like 7 pins of handicap per game. Still, it's difficult to attract more ladies, maybe coming from Europe or from America to come over. But in Kuwait, it's like people see that, the prize money is high, and then you still have like a ladies step ladder towards the end of the tournament. So it really makes a difference there.
Okay. Well, finally, before you go, I'll give you the opportunity to say something in your own language to encourage people to bowl and to come to Bahrain. So help yourself, and I'm sure I won't understand it, but please tell the people back in Hong Kong a little bit more about what we just discussed.
我諗應該咁樣講，打保齡其實係一個幾自我挑戰嘅項目，咁同埋你係一個個人啦，亦都可以係團體一齊去參加，咁其實係一個幾好玩嘅運動。咁另外一樣嘢就係最令我最開心咧，就係話其實除咗打波喺香港裏面打之外，我仲可以好似環遊世界咁，去亞洲啊、歐洲啊、中東啊、美國好多唔同地方去比賽，咁呢樣嘢先至係最開心噶咯。
Thank you very much, Vanessa, and wish you good luck in today's final.
Thank you.
Thank you.